Hey everybody, welcome back to Tenza Motorsports. Today we're going to be doing some hood vents that N15 just recently sent us.
Before we continue today's content, we want to give a huge shout out and thank you to Super Clean who are sponsoring another giveaway. All you have to be doing to be part of this giveaway is be following us on Instagram and be in the lower continental 48 United States to receive this Super Clean giveaway. This is the original and the aerosol. I use both of these cleaners daily. That's why you see the shop as clean as it is. Keep stuff off the floor, keep stuff off the lift, off the cars. Fantastic stuff. Once again, huge thanks to Super Clean. Make sure you are following us on Instagram to be part of this giveaway.
So as you can see here, these are the outlines, the directions for the hood vents. So what we'll be doing is cutting these out, placing them on the hood, cutting the hood, and that's kind of it. Now we did do the hood and fender vents through N15. I think that their catalog of some of these aerodynamic parts are easily some of the best online, and the reason, well, some of the reason being is because there's not a lot of people doing it, but their stuff really is built to quality. I've really been very happy with the ones that we've got on my white race car. So we're going to be doing two hood vents. One of them will be getting rid of the hole that is on the passenger side where the strut actually came through the hood. The biggest downside is the hood vent actually isn't going to sit where it's supposed to. He's got these designed so that when you cut out the hood, you're not getting any of the structure. It's just this outer skin. And unfortunately, that hole is about 1.5 inches back, and it actually went through the structure. So what we're gonna be doing is cutting the very outside skin and leaving that structure, and then we'll have to make sure it matches on the other side. This is a very simple process. We will measure and make sure that everything's exactly where we want it to be, and then we'll bend the hood vents where we want them. Now, today you won't actually see the hood vents riveted to the car in black. We are going to be putting them on the car. They'll just be the aluminum, the silver that they come from N15, and we'll probably run a couple bolts so that we can just kind of hold it on the hood. I haven't decided how I want to paint them yet. Last time I did a powder coat, so that's an option. If I want to keep them on a budget, I can just do some spray paint cans, or we can try to actually like paint them with some real paint and do some clear coat. So haven't decided exactly what we're going to be doing, but unfortunately in this video you'll just see them on the car in the silver, which actually for right now will be okay because you actually get to see them. When you have black vents on a black car, it'll hide it a little bit more. But yeah, we're really excited for this. So let's go take a look at the vents real quick, and then we'll start getting this all measured out, taped up, and start cutting into the hood and the fenders. So here are the hood and fender vents. Now I did already open this package up. I just wanted to make sure that they were the correct ones and they didn't get damaged during shipping, and we actually received these a couple weeks ago. So there is the two fender vents, and here are the two hood vents, and then this is actually a center hood vent. So this will sit in front of that M3 bulge that comes with the E46 M3s. This will sit down in front, and so the logo, the roundel, will probably be maybe 6 to 8 inches away from this, right in the front. So we think that'll look really good. And then we've got all of these holes. They're already pre-drilled. Everything's all done. I'll show real quick how to bend these. You don't want to do them a lot, so you'll kind of want to get them in the position and then leave them there, because bending metal, if you go back and forth, you'll eventually break it. So all you have to do is just bend it like that. And there you go. And that's how you'll get your shape. We'll probably do it a little bit more aggressive than that. And then once we get the shape of everything, these will probably be the hardest. Once we get the shape of everything and it looks correct, then we'll be able to paint them. You don't want to paint them first and then go and bend them, because you'll crack the paint. And these will actually be bent like this as well. It won't just be the vents. The hood ones probably won't have much curvature to them. I think this one will have a little bit being on the front of the car, but not nearly as much as the vents on the fenders. All right, ignoring the big mess because doing this project is unbelievably dirty. We do have this side done. I am going to cut this inner liner out. I try to do it from the top, but you can see because I'm doing it from the top, there is restriction. So I actually need to get further down this way with it. I normally on these, especially these, since they are not aluminum like the hood is, this will rust around the edges. So I'm gonna clean up the edges and then I just shoot some rust reforming spray on it. And that should be enough. You want to make sure you clean the barbs out of here because it is still kind of sharp. So I'll continue to run the file in there. But this one is basically done. It does fit, so let's show that real quick here. So you can see as that lines up on the front, it comes all the way to the back. Now, this shape right here isn't perfect because you get that perfect shape as soon as you run the rivets in, but you can get a generic look, make sure all your vents are level, and then you can paint it. So up here is not going exactly to plan like I was hoping. I was hoping to just cut the outer skin and leave the inside, but as you can see right here, that's the damage from that strut coming through. And it is quite intense. A little bit more than I was expecting. You can see a little bit of rolled metal, and it looks like there's still a lot of it hanging out, but it actually, the vent covers out to about right there. So it's about a 1/4 inch past where that paint is peeling. So I'm probably gonna sand this paint down, try to get it to stop so it doesn't crack further back and start to show on the other side of the bezel. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna have to cut this inner structure out just along right here, but you can see there should still be a little bit right there holding on, and then yeah, the guy who made these vents, I actually was showing him pictures of this and asking him, you know, what do you think would happen? He said that if I can keep these, if not, then it's probably not a big deal where it's just a small section. It's not like I'm cutting out the entire structure. So yeah, we'll have to play with this and see what ends up happening. Make sure if you're doing these that you've got the hood up slightly higher than usual. If I did run the grinder all the way through and the hood was shut, I would have hit that bar, but we have the hood propped open. There's a block of wood underneath there holding it up just a little bit higher, and then I'm only poking my blade through maybe, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch at the most along here, and then you can see how shallow I was along here. I still nicked it a few times, but I was running the blade very lightly across there. Anyways, this one's pretty close. There will be some adjustment. The other vents are all lined out and ready to get cut, so we're going to continue to work on that. All right, so we got the hood vents on the car. Now, if you come up here really closely, you can see that they are just on with some self-tappers. Unfortunately, I didn't have self-tappers that fit these holes exactly, but they were super close, so it shouldn't mess up when we go to do rivets later. If you bore these holes out too much or play around with anything like that, you could potentially make it too big of a hole for the rivets that come with these fender vents. But I think this looks absolutely fantastic. Even with them not paint matched or pink or whatever we decide to do, I think they look great. We're really excited about all this. N15's fantastic stuff. I'll have all of their information linked in the description below. We've been ordering from them for a long time at this point. We're gonna do some lower fender vents. You can see the ones there on my car. Eventually this car will get a set of those. So thanks everybody so much for watching. Any comments or questions, leave them down in the comment section below. Make sure to be following both these cars on Instagram. This one is Nikki_Nightmare46 and then Tenza_Motorsports. Thanks again. We'll see everybody in the next video.
Bam!